When you're homeless, you don't particularly think about education or mental health or anything. You're just basically thinking about where you're gonna sleep and if you have something in your stomach for the day.
It's more than a shelter to me, honestly. It's more like a home. Lotus Village is the largest women and children's shelter in the country. We house over 525 women nightly, and we have an 85% success rate.
My ripple effect is when the ladies telling me, they're down or they don't feel like it's gonna be okay. I'm there to remind them and to let them also know my story, that I was in the same position. It wasn't easy, but I kept on going. And that's one thing I always tell everyone, to never give up.
Something as small as a blanket could really impact your life, because like when I was homeless, I really needed a blanket.
When I was first here, it wasn't easy. I know you were scared, don't know what to expect, you felt alone.
I had a support system. They really helped me, graduate high school, made sure I got into college. The education team here is amazing. They made sure I had everything for school.
It had a big impact because when I first heard of Lotus House, I just thought, okay, it was a shelter. This was my first time as well in the shelter. I never have been, and I had a child. I was second guessing, but when I got here, my mind changed.
Once you're in this situation, it really opens up your mind and, your heart. And you really start to become more compassionate and, open-minded to others' needs and feelings, you know what I mean? It's really a life-changing experience.
Life before, I was with my child's father, so we were working it out. He passed due to a bad fatal car accident on his way to school for his second semester. And I was only 7 months pregnant. After that, I lost everything. I fell into bad depression. I stopped working. I felt like I was alone. I didn't really have nobody to talk to, really didn't have nobody to confide in at that time. It was really, really hard for me. So fast forward, he gets to 6 months. My childhood friend, mom calls me. She said she has a great idea for me where I can start it off. And she mentioned Lotus House, and I was iffy about it. I was like, I have a baby. I never been in a shelter. I just didn't know. And when he was 6 months, I was only rejecting it because of him. I felt like if I was by myself, I would have just jumped on it and just came here. But with him, I just rejected it a little bit because he was a baby. So when I came here, it just changed my mind because he was so happy here. And it was one lady, Isabella. She's also my boss. She showed my baby so much love. And I know that he felt the love through her, And I was just so happy when I left. And I know if I ever need anything for him, I can come here and call, shoot a text, an email, anything, and I know they will help me and provide it for me.
Lotus House's vision for the future is to basically create a network of shelters around the country that are helping women experiencing homelessness, not in a traditional way, but in more of a compassionate way, showing them, that it's okay, things happen, we make mistakes, and we're here to help. There are resources and people out there that are willing and want to help you.
Lotus House Village could help other shelters with its National Women's Shelter Network. We're basically signing up all shelters all around the country from coast to coast, making sure that all shelters are aware of resources around them.
The smallest donation can make the biggest change in some of the lives of the women that are living at the shelters or experiencing homelessness around the world. Anything that you guys can provide, we would appreciate. Donations, whether you're volunteering or just stopping by to see what we do here to help advocate for homelessness, we would really appreciate it.